What's up, everybody? Welcome to some Tana action. Hope you're ready to go out to the compost pile, run around in there, play with it, bring your kids, play in all the dirt, the rotted food. Let's have some fun. I don't know what that was about. Sorry. Anyway, as far as opening hand goes, we've got Catacombs, Mountain, Cathedral of War, Oracle. Here, yeah, I like this Beastmaster Ascension. We will keep on this one. Sounds like a plan. Let's get Tana back up, and then we're playing against Sygg, River Cutthroat. At the beginning of each step, if an opponent lost 3 or more life this turn, you may draw a card. Man, I haven't played against Sygg in a long time. Let's go ahead and go for the Cathedral of War. That sounds good. Let's get down the Cathedral of War, going past the turn. See your opponents. I thought they said something in the chat. They did not. Okay, we are playing Tana, the Bloodsower. She has trample. Whenever she deals combat damage to a player, create that many 1/1 green sapling creature tokens. Playing against Sygg, the River Cutthroat. At the beginning of each step, if an opponent lost 3 or more life this turn, you may draw a card. Okay, let's get the Catacombs down. Let's go and crack that. Go for the Hero's Blue. Ooh. Kodoma's Reach. Sounds good. Let's go and crack this. Grab the Taiga. There we go. And then we'll go for the Hero's Blade. That one, when we go for Tana, we'll have a nice little 5/4 body swinging and start getting some of those sapling tokens on the battlefield. Really good card for the deck. Let's get down Taiga. Is that what we're going for? Yeah, Taiga. Let's go Hero's Blade. Don't want to double click, but okay, there we go. Hero's Blade. Anything else? No, we're going to go and pass the turns. Get the stack right there. I like it a little bit better. Get the graveyard. Oh, okay, there we go. Looking beautiful. Anything else? No, we're going to go and pass the turn. Now, yes, welcome to some Tana action. This is a Voltron-style deck. Now, what is Voltron? If you don't know what Voltron is, say you're new to Magic, or you just don't know what the term Voltron is, Voltron means you're getting one creature out there and you're putting a lot of stuff on it, whether it's enchantments or stuff like Sword of Feast and Famine. You're trying to make it as big as possible as you can. So, you're constructing a creature. So, that's the name of Voltron. Now, as far as what we're doing in the deck, we have a heavy Enchantress build in here. And with Enchantress, let's go ahead and get the Scalding Tarn down. And then do we want to go for Beastmaster? No, we're kind of a little far away from Beastmaster. Let's go and crack the Scalding Tarn. I'm going to go and shock in Stomping Ground on this one. I want to go and get that into play. I want to have access to dual sources. We have a lot of, we're running a lot of utility lands in here, and just having access to dual sources is pretty important on this one. So we're going to go and shock, go down to 26 on this one. What are we going to go for? We have red in the hand. Let's go and grab another forest, and then one more forest? I think that sounds good. Yeah, let's go grab one more forest. Okay. One goes on the battlefield, one goes in the hand. Anything else? No, we're going to go and pass turn. Alright, so next turn, we're looking at going for Tana. We're going to be able to get down the Hero's Blade. Unfortunately, she's not going to have haste, but, did we lose 3 life? Yeah, we did. Actually, we did. We did lose 3 life. We're going to be able to draw a card off that one. Sweet, man. Yeah, it's been a while since I played against Sygg, so I guess technically we could have, well, no, we're going for the Kodoma's Reach, so we had to shock that in. So, but yeah, so this is an Enchantress piece. So we're combining the Enchantress card draw engine. So we have stuff like a Growthian Enchantress, and then a few other pieces that whenever you cast an enchantment, you're going to be able to draw a card. So we get into the spots where we get down Tana, start putting all these little enchantments on there. We don't have any auras in the hand, but we have a lot of 1-drop auras, 2-drop auras. We start putting those on Tana. We have a couple Enchantress card draw pieces. Next thing you know, you're just really cycling your hand around. You're casting an enchantment card, and then you get to draw an additional card and go from there. So it's just a really fun, playing an Enchantress build is always a lot of fun, especially when you're playing a Voltron, because you have stuff to do with your cards. Let's say you're going green-white Enchantress, but you're building like a prison deck. That's fun too. You can put it in a spot where your opponent can attack you. But going Voltron Enchantress is probably one of my more favorite commander decks. Just love it. A lot of fun. Okay, we have the Dimir Doppelganger. Exile target creature card from a graveyard. We have no creature cards in the graveyard, so we're okay right now. Probably going to go ahead and jam a Tana this turn. Yeah, let's go and go for Tana. Let's go and tap out, and then we can get the Gruul Guild Gate down, and we don't have to worry about having untapped lands from here on out. At least for the moment. Let's go and get the... Yes, we're going to use Hero Blades. Oh, yeah. 5/4 body. Get down the Guild Gate. Anything else? No, we're going to go and pass the turn. Okay. So now, we're looking at a 1/3. We have a 0/2 body. We get into the spot to where if they want to chump block, they can, but we're only looking at about 1 point of damage from Sygg. So we're going to be able to at least stop them from swinging in with either of these creatures. There's no creature cards in the graveyard. Maybe they get some mill going. But even if they do hit a creature card off some of our decks, we're playing Victim of Night. Okay, got it. We're playing a... We're just doing Enchantress pieces. We're really the only creature that they would maybe even consider taking would be Xenagos. That would be something that they could take, and then they'd have to mill it out. Other than that, we're just running Enchantress pieces that are just kind of really dead in hand. So, and we did get Victim of Night on Tana, so let's get this back up. Let's just go a little bit of value. Let's go Oracle. Get down Oracle, see if the top cards of our libraries and land, then we can play those. If not, we're going to start dumping some Uwazama's Jitte. Okay. Let's go for mountain. Let's go for forest. Let's go for Sword of Feast and Famine. That way we can get down Tana, equip the Hero's Blade once it comes down. We're playing it. We're making our additional land drops. So then we'll kind of re-rack them. And then we also have Uwazama's Jitte on top. So it's going to be pretty good for us. Let's kind of re-rack. So Tana got sent back to the command zone. So we have 6 mana we need to spend on her. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're going to make the land drop next turn. So that'll be perfectly. We can get down Tana. We get down the Hero's Blade, enter the battlefield trigger, and then we'll have 2 mana left over to go for a Sword of Feast and Famine. So that'll be pretty good. We'll take that. And then we've got 4 mana being tapped right now. See if this is a Damnation style effect. Might be. And then we're going to be drawing Uwazama's Jitte. So we can get that down and start picking our opponent's creatures off. Let's see what they're tapped out for. But yeah, this is Tana, man. Tana's been a lot of fun. Now let me explain something like these Sword of Feast and Famine. So, equipped creature gets +2/+2/+2 and has protection from black and green. Now this completely cuts off our green enchantments. So I do have the swords in here. It cuts off our enchantments, but there's just some times where you can see where we don't have a lot of auras. We don't have an Enchantress card draw engine going, and we have a lot of equipment pieces that we're rocking and rolling with. So it's always fun for that. So there's just different ways to play the deck, just kind of depending on what is being offered to you. Let's go and go for Tana. Let's get down Tana. 1, 2, 3. And we have all colorless activations, so not really going to matter. Get down Tana, and main thing is they're tapped out, and we can go for a Sword of Feast and Famine to give it protection from black, which is really going to be, that way we don't have to worry about any more spot removal on Tana. Use that ability. Let's go Sword of Feast and Famine on, Actually, if we go Sword of Feast and Famine on Oracle, protection from black and green, all those creatures are black, we can connect, untap, go Uwazama's. Yeah, I like that. A little bit better line. But the Sword of Feast and Famine on Oracle, we're going to be able to connect in for 4. Then once we untap our lands and then go for, yeah, that's a little bit better line. I like that. Coming in hot for 4. Exalted trigger for 5, puts them down to 25 off the Cathedral of War. Really nice utility land for the deck. It kind of puts you in a spot where you can kind of close it out. Not close it out, but get some damage going. Okay, got Sword of Feast and Famine. They're going to discard a card. We're going to untap all lanes that we control. And this will allow us to go for the Uwazama's Jitte and put it onto Tana. And we'll probably go and put the Sword of Feast and Famine back on Tana. That way we have a nice little kind of, some nice little weapons for Tana to kind of protect her little forest and her little sapling creature tokens. Okay, let's go for Uwazama. Actually, let's move the Sword of Feast and Famine. And then Uwazama's Jitte. Let's go and get that down. Let's put it on Tana. And that leaves 1 away for the Beastmaster Ascension, which we're okay with. Unfortunately, we can't go for it. Anything else we need to go for? No, we're going to go past turn. Okay. So, we have Flying in the Air for 4. At the beginning of your upkeep, each player reveals his or her card. Heroic Intervention. Alright, Gilded Lotus. Let's go and get the reveal zone up. That way we can see what's going on. Alright, so we're going to have 4 in the air. Puts us down to 18. But the important thing is that we have 7/6. 7/6 body protection from black, which is really important. So really kind of what we're looking to do, or at least prevent, it would be something like a Cyclonic Rift or a Cryptic Command. That would be something that would kind of deal with us, but deal with the spot removal on Tana. But other than that, we get into spots where we can start swinging in with Tana, connect, get those sapling tokens onto the battlefield, and then does anybody have reach on this one? No, but we do get into spots where we do have Cursed of Stalk Prey coming in. All right, so we got 4 coming across, puts us down to 18. Hopefully we can outrace the Dustmantle Seer. I love this card. Don't see it a lot, but it's always cool when we do see it. And then anything else now, we're going to go ahead and pass the turn and let our opponent do their thing. Okay. So you're going to draw a card. Oh, I just now realized that. That works beautiful with Dustmantle Seer. That's why I like Commander, seeing stuff like that. Okay, so we can play a lane off the top with Oracle. So let's go and go Rogue's Passage, Alpha Authority. Anyway, we can draw a card, no. Heroic Intervention, Beastmaster Ascension. We're going to get those extra triggers on Beastmaster. Yeah, let's go on Beastmaster Ascension. Well, either way, we're going to have to tap out. And it doesn't matter if we go for Rogue's Passage. So we get down to the Beastmaster Ascension. We're going to be able to get a nice little extra +1 counter on there. Let's go for the, Curse Prey. Curse of Stalk. Choose our opponent. Red. And then anything, we can swing in with Oracle if we want to. But I like getting a bunch of little dudes on the battlefield. We could technically put the Uwazama's Jitte on No, it's not going to matter. Okay, let's go and swing in. Come in hot. Swing in hot with Tana. We're going to get those +1 counters on there. Then we can slowly kind of start picking away at our opponent. Coming in hot. You'll be able to put a little Beastmaster Ascension. We got the Cathedral of War trigger. And then we still have a Heroic Intervention as a way to kind of prevent our opponent from going anything. Yes, we're going to use that ability. Alright, swinging in for 8. Going to put them down to 12. It's going to be some nice little... we'll also get the Curse of Stalk Prey trigger too, which is always nice. It was almost, I guess it didn't really matter anyway. We want to sequence this. There we go. Get these triggers on the stack. We don't really have anything we can dump our mana into, so we're just going to untap all of our lands on this one. Well, let's see what they're tapping out for. They got 3 mana. Are they tapping out? We're going to have the Alpha Authority draw. Okay, there we go. Oh, they had to discard a card. There we go. Okay. We're going to get 8 little sapling tokens on the battlefield. Where are you? Oh, looking good. So that's going to put us online for a nice little Beastmaster Ascension. We're going to get the Uzama Jitte triggers on there. Should be 2 counters. Do we want to pick off anything with the Uzama's Jitte? It's going to be 2 counters on there. Target creatures -1/-1. Anything else we need to go for? It's 8 commander damage. We're going to be online for an active Beastmaster next turn. And then we still have the Heroic Intervention as backup. Yeah, let's just go and pass the turn. I like this. It's a nice little board state we've developed. So you can see where we're going Enchantress with this, but you can see where simply just drawing into some of our artifact pieces allow us to make this really nice Tana. And you can see why when the Enchantress card pieces work, they work. We get a lot of card draw going, and it's a lot of fun. But there's other times where Sword of Feast and Famine, if you get lucky and draw into one of your swords, that allows you to kind of push that damage through, and then it puts you in a spot to where it just makes it easy for Tana to swing in, giving that nice protection from a certain color. Like, just simply protection from black has made the difference in this game, having Sword of Feast and Famine in here. So, there's some awkward games where maybe you have some of your sword pieces and some of your enchantment pieces, but other than that, a lot of fun. Okay, so if we've got Dust Mantle swinging in, we do have Skull Clamp on top of our library, which will allow us to... we can crack some of our sapling tokens, but I think at this point, what we're going to do is we're going to... puts us down to 12. Yeah, we don't have to really worry about anything super fancy coming across from our opponent. We're going to be able to swing in with the active Beastmaster Ascension. As long as it has 7 more quest counters on it, creatures you control get +5/+5 until end of turn. So that should be a good way for us to kind of get around that. So 5, 8, 9. So right now we're kind of just basically playing around a Cyclonic Rift. That's what we're looking at. Is this Cyclonic Rift? Oh no, but if it's a destruction spell, we do have Heroic Intervention. Take an extra turn after this one. Okay. So we're gonna have the Dustmantle Seer coming across. They lost 3 life, draw an extra card. Let's see if we can get past this. So we've got the Uzama's Jitte that we're gonna be able to at least make the creature -1/-1. Dimir Charm. Let's go and get the reveal zone popped up. Sorry about that. Coastal Piracy, and then Dimir Charm. Destroy target creature. Destroy target creature. Destroy target creature with power 2 or less. Walk into your local church. Aha! Destroy you, preacher. Be gone. Yeah. So we have Dimir Charm, counter target sorcery spell, which we have an instant spell, and then the other one. Do we want to go for the Uzama's Jitte? -1/-1. We can gain 2 life, which will allow us to kind of get a little bit ahead of that Dust Mantle. It'll completely negate this trigger. Yeah, we'll wait. We'll see what's going on. If something gets a little hairy, we can go for that. We'll wait until we're forced to have to use the Uzama's Jitte. So, connects in for 4, puts us down to 7. We have the Cartouche on... Our mana curve tops out at 5 in this deck, so we're not super worried about, losing to the, one of our flips off the Dust Mantle Seer. See what they got. 1, 2, 3, 4. Might be another, maybe the extra turns card or something like that. But we can still go for the plus ability on Uzama's Jitte. Gain a little bit of life if we need to. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to be 7 mana. Search target opponents for an instant or sorcery card. You may cast it without paying its mana cost. Then that player shuffles his or her library. Do we have anything... So I'm going to hop over to our deck list. This is probably about my 3rd or 4th game with this deck, and I just want to double check something real quick. We just don't really have anything that good. So, yeah, I mean, Wheel of Fortune, they could go for that. I guess they're going to go for Wheel of Fortune. That would be something they could go for. Let's go ahead and, oh my god, I'm all over the place. There we go. Let's go and go for Heroic Intervention. Just go and cast it in case they go for creatures you can get indestructible until end of turn. And then we'll see whatever they want to go for. Off the Knowledge Exploration. Sorry about going back to look at my deck list. This is a newer deck. I'm probably going on 3 or 4 games that I've played with it total. So, just want to see if there's any sort of shenanigans. Alright, so we have Hexproof, Indestructible, and a lot of stuff. So even if they want to target something, we don't really have anything like Blasphemous Act in the deck. And so, I think we'll be in a good spot. So we'll let them do their thing, go for their Knowledge Exploration, kind of dig through our library, see what kind of spell they want to cast. Depending on what they go for, and then we don't have a we don't really have any burn spells in here either. It's just pretty much Enchantress and artifact equipment, so I think we'll be okay. So at least next turn we have 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, our opponent has 3 mana. We have the we have Umazama's Jitte to gain 2 life, or at least 4 life, so that way we can get around whatever's on top of our library after they search. And then we still have Skull Clamp if we want to, but at this point we have. Sorry about that. Opponent goes for a gamble. They've got 6 cards in hand. See if they're searching up. The main thing is that we have protection from black. So they even if they go for any sort of spot removal, and if they go for damnation or something, they don't have enough mana for damnation. They could technically go for Toxic Deluge off this gamble. They're going to have to pay. Yeah, they'd have to pay 6 life to take care of Tana. And that wouldn't even take care of Tana, and that would make them lose the game. It would take care of the sapling tokens, but it would put them in a spot where they would kill the Dustmantle Seer, and they get in a spot where we can just swing it with Tana. And we could also. They might have been going for the Cyclonic Rift. I would assume that was the one they gambled for. Because if they had it, they probably would have cast it. That's a bummer, man. Gamble, I love Gamble. It's a great card, but no card in the history. Like, I'm so nervous whenever I cast a Gamble. Like, I'm so on the edge of my seat, like, just hoping that the one card, because most of the time, okay, opponent skips it out, that's probably the card that they gambled for. That's a bummer. That's a bummer to go out. But even if they did get Cyclonic Rift, they bounce Tana back to the hand. She has protection from black and green, not from blue. So Tana gets bounced back to the hand. We swing in with the sapling tokens. We have the Beastmaster, which is active, because it has 1 counter on there whenever it attacks 7 or more quest counters. Creatures you control get +5/+5. So we should have had a lethal sapling token. I love saying that. Lethal sapling tokens coming across. So, all right, everybody. If you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. Thanks.